I saw a really strong connection with you and your stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
And as he was your mentor, he, you know, taught you a lot of things that were valuable. What, and I hate thinking like this, but what do you think would happen if you didn't have a mentor?
You know, there's an old proverb: when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And spiritually, what is meant for you is going to come your way no matter what. So I was ready as a student at that time, and if it wasn't Bob Hunt, it would have been somebody else. And it was more my reverence for what he was teaching me, because many people have, you know, a successful person come into their life and they don't have any reverence for it, so they don't learn anything from it. And so, you know, just because you get somebody with wisdom in front of you doesn't mean that you'll be, you know, open to receiving it. So I was open. You know, I was hungry. I was hungry for the information, and he gave me some information, and then he told me you need to go back to school and get your GED. You need to start listening to some audiobooks because you have a terrible vocabulary. You need to listen to business vocabulary books because you don't know anything about business. And he told me all this stuff, and I said, okay, and I went and consumed it all. I would go to sleep at night listening to audio tapes. At the time, we had audio tapes. And I would literally wake up every time the tape ran its course and flip it in the middle of the night because I wanted to subliminally and subconsciously program myself to this new way of thinking. Because I, you know, was living in poverty, and the way I thought, you know, I knew that my mindset was going to be a detriment to me. And so I was hungry. And so you know, how would my life be if I'd never had a mentor? As I believe that God would have found me a suitable teacher one way or the other.
Your actions and what you're wanting brought your mentor. It wasn't like somebody just gifted you a mentor.
No, you know, and I resisted it. A mentor is going to get you out of your comfort zone, and I didn't like him. I thought, who's this rich guy trying to tell me, who's never lost anything in his life, he's never been in a fist fight, he's never been to juvenile hall, who's this guy trying to tell me how to live life? That was my attitude when I showed up, very guarded. And he just happened to have enough love in his heart to see through that garbage, and he introduced me to Tony Robbins and Napoleon Hill and Carnegie, you know, Dale Carnegie. He introduced me not to them personally because he didn't know them. He just introduced me to their works. And as a result of that, then I, you know, grew. But I would tell you there's been a pattern in my life, and there still is to this day, where I'm always looking for my next mentor. I'm not done. And I have a tremendous amount of reverence for them. You know, I don't, you know, I see it as a very spiritual thing that they're here to teach me, and I take it very seriously.